Welcome back to the channel. Now, the Court of Appeals has stated that they will begin hearing arguments on June 10th to determine whether to order a retrial for Vybz Kartel and his co-accused in the murder case of Clive Lizard Williams. Now, the hearing will last for 5 days. Now, this is a hearing to determine whether or not they are going to decide to do a retrial. Now, this decision was handed down by Justice Marva McDonald Bishop with the following stipulations. Number 1, the hearing concerning whether a retrial should be ordered is to be fixed for the 10th of June 2024 and will last for only 5 days. Second, the appellants are to file and serve skeleton submissions with authorities on or before May 6th, 2024. Third, the respondent is to file and serve skeleton arguments with authorities on or before the 31st on May 2024. Fourth, the appellant's skeleton argument must be accompanied by a written chronology of events relevant to the appeal and cross-reference to the record or transcript. The appellants are also to agree and file one joint chronology of events. Fifth, 4 copies of the parties' skeleton arguments and chronology must be filed for the use of the court. Now, the court is stating that all of these things must be done by the end of May 2024, as June 10th, 2024 is when they will begin hearing the arguments. Now, the office of the DPP will have their chance to present argument to the court as to why the court should grant this request to the prosecution for a retrial. Similarly, they will be hearing from the defense as to why a retrial will be a waste of the court's time, waste of public resources, and also put the court into difficulty finding a jury that can without a doubt remain unbiased in a trial that most Jamaicans have heard about. In a trial where individuals have remained behind the bars for how many years now, only to have been told by the Privy Council that based on how the trial took place itself, they should have never been convicted. The Court of Appeal will also be looking to how this will be viewed by the public. Is this a pursuit for justice? Is this a personal vendetta? Is this about legacy? Now, some people say the evidence that was used in the initial trial can be used again. I'm not sure about that. We will see. But what some also point out is the fact that the pieces of evidence that were used to convict were looked at by specialists recommended by the Privy Council themselves, or a digital forensics agency that has worked with the Privy Council in the past. And them say the way the state, or statements that the state gave about the evidence, could not be so. And that was the evidence used to convict. That are the voice messages or text messages. As some say, the alleged witness statement was unreliable. There was no forensic evidence, nobody. Only the digital data. So if that piece of evidence cannot be used, does the prosecution have a case? Well, that's up for debate. And that is why the appeal court say on June 10th, them go hear. Now, will Isaac Buchanan and Bert Samuels be on the defense team going forward? Now, we don't know if Sean Storm changing attorneys. Bert Samuels was Sean Storm's attorney. Isaac Buchanan Vybz Kartel's attorney. In the initial trial, it was Valernita also, Tom Tavares. I think Christian Tavares was also a part of the legal team. You know what I mean? Bird Samuel's daughter was a part of his legal team too. All the big names in the law. Now, I don't know if during this hearing for the appeal court, if Isaac Buchanan will be representing Vybz Kartel, as the situation that took place with the bar, the statements made about Paula Llewellyn on a live stream. We're not sure if his situation on suspension or whatever was the result of that would take place immediately after the Privy Council hearing. So you don't know if that means him not gonna be able to be a part of this, or it not gonna happen right now. And him can still be a part of the defense team for Vybz Kartel, as the appeal court will be hearing from both sides. Not just the prosecution, but they will also be hearing from the defense. Because they're going to hear why a retrial must be done from the prosecution. And they're going to hear why it wouldn't be in the best interest of justice from the defense. And even though this part of the process was probably not mentioned in interviews, or people never did hear with attorneys that talk about this process during the interview, their attorneys, more than likely, them know that this was how the process would be played out. Them know say the appeal court that make them decision based on submissions. It wouldn't just be something where them hear say and just think about by themselves without speaking to both parties, both the prosecution and the defense. So attorneys knew that there would be a date for submissions, and they still made their stance and made their statements that they don't believe a retrial will be granted. And maybe that statement is being made because them know say, just like how the prosecution was preparing documents to decide or to submit for state why a retrial should be done, the defense was also doing the same. And then I say, probably based on what them type up the files them with them have, them not see how a retrial could be granted. But I guess June 10th, we will see. And if the appeal court decides say no retrial, well, Vybz Kartel and his co-accused will be released immediately. They will have nothing else keeping them there. Now, Isaac Buchanan also, no, Bert Samuels is the one that stated this. That even if there's a retrial, he would be seeking to have the entertainers released on bail. And though he being the attorney for Sean Storm, we would only assume that any defense attorney or any criminal defense attorney representing Vybz Kartel would be doing the same. If Bert Samuels is planning to have Sean Storm released on bail, any defense attorney representing Vybz Kartel will also be making that move to do the same. Of course, the situation is very complex. You have legalities. You have things where only attorneys privy to, seeing that them know the scenario. See, people surprised to hear that there will be a date by the appeal court where they're going to hear the submissions. Attorneys knew this. This is not new news to the attorneys. They're not surprised that this is the process. They're aware. So, it's complex. You have certain aspects right where only them know. So, them say what them say. You'll have to see. Talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. If you're new to the channel as I pass through, click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon. And of course, put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. And tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them for check out the channel, check out the reasoning. And also join the discussion in the comment section up 24/7. It never lack it. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Now until the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours are for to live, love, and prosper, and for to stay tuned. Now a quick recap. It has been stated that June 10th will be the date that the appeal court will be hearing submissions and whether or not a retrial should be done. in the Vybz Kartel and his co-accused case. It is said that there going to be 5 days with a submission. They're going to hear from both the prosecution and the defense, and they're going to make them decision from there. And until the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours are for to live, love, and prosper, and for to stay tuned.